Select Local Battle when you want to play with a friend. Choose your Pokémon. Choose your Pokémon. In this course, I'll teach you all about the basics of the game. Now then, what shall we start with? Alrighty, I guess we better start off learning how to move. Go ahead and try moving your Pokémon. You can use the directional buttons to move around the field. You can also jump with the B button. If you press the same direction twice on the directional button, you can dash it forward and back or side to side. Okay, let's move on. Next up, we'll learn how to attack. Press this button to use long-distance attacks. Long-distance attacks are called ranged attacks. Try to land a few ranged attacks. Next, press this button over and over again. You'll launch an attack that'll chase down your opponent. Nice! Keep it up! Alrighty then, now here's the important part. All battles consist of two states, field phase and duel phase. At the start of the battle, where we are right now, is field phase. And this is duel phase. You can tell which phase you're in by checking here. Now then, how do you go about changing phases? Well, you see, if you land a certain type of attack, you'll shift phases. Let's check out this demonstration. Alrighty, now try to shift to duel phase. Try to hit your opponent with this attack. Okay, now you've changed the phase. In dual phase, you can dish out some serious damage, but close quarter combat is risky too. Here's where the real battle goes down, but you'll need to be careful. The way you move around differs a bit from field phase. Let's practice moving around in dual phase. By pressing forward twice on the directional buttons, you can perform a forward dash step. By pressing back twice on the directional buttons, you can perform a backward dash step. You can jump using the B button. In dual phase, the action is highly varied. Be good. Land a certain attack on your opponent, and you'll shift from dual phase back to field phase. You can also just land a bunch of hits and send them flying back into field phase like this. Someone with wits like yours has probably already figured this out, but battles will involve shifting back and forth between field phase and dual phase. Plus, when you cause a phase shift, you'll get a nice little bonus, and by that, I mean you'll fill up your synergy gauge. We'll talk more about how to use the synergy gauge later on. Ah, right. I forgot to tell you. You can block by pressing the R button. By blocking, you can all but completely defend against your opponent's attack. Alrighty, let's try to block an attack. Just hold down the R button and you'll be fine. Whenever you're in a pinch, just press the R button. Don't forget. All right, keep an eye right here on the screen. This, your synergy gauge, will fill up as you land or take hits. Once your synergy gauge is full, try pressing the L and R buttons together. Your Pokémon used its synergy burst. Your Pokémon will be superpowered while it's in synergy burst. Wreak havoc with synergy burst. You can use a burst attack once during every synergy burst. Try using a burst attack. land a hit to deal some huge damage. You definitely don't want to miss your chance.
Tutorial finish.
Choose your Pokemon. In this course, I'll tell you all you need to know about battles and teach. Press this to perform a long-distance attack aimed forward. It's great because you can use these attacks to shift into dual phase, even from a distance. This is what you'll want to strive for in field phase. Try to land a few forward-ranged attacks. Nicely done! Press the X button while jumping in field phase and land a hit, and you'll cause a phase shift. You'll want to get the timing right just as you jump to dodge an oncoming attack. Try to land a jump attack. Getting it? During dual phase, if you land a hit with the Y button, press the Y button rapidly. Land consecutive hits to get a combo. This is what we call a Poké Combo. Land a Poké Combo. While you're still getting the hang of battles, make sure to shoot for lots of Poké Combos. Time it just right, and you'll be able to strike back at your opponent. You can use counterattacks in both field phase and dual phase. Try to counter your opponent's attack. latch onto your opponent and land blow after blow. By using grab attacks, you can break through your opponent's block. On top of that, grab attacks are always super effective against counterattacks. That being said, they're not very effective against normal attacks. Use a grab attack on your opponent. Nice! Counterattacks beat normal attacks. Grab attacks beat counterattacks. And normal attacks beat grab attacks. Basically, this attack triangle is like a fancy game of rock, paper, scissors. Trainers who master this attack triangle will take control of the battle. This thing over here is called the support gauge. Your support gauge will fill up as time passes. And once your support gauge is full, press the L button and try calling in a support Pokémon. It'll come in and use one of its Pokémon moves to help you out. During the planning time before each round, you can switch out the support Pokémon you want to use. You can choose which support Pokémon you want to use from your active support set. You can select a support Pokémon that suits your battle strategy. Or maybe even select a support Pokémon that'll help you out against a particular opponent. Support Pokémon come in 3 different types: Attack, Disrupt, and Enhance. Attack-type support Pokémon come in handy when you want to deal out damage and push your opponent back. Disrupt-type support Pokémon typically swoop in to block your opponent's movements. Sometimes they can even counter your opponent's attacks. Enhance-type support Pokémon will power up your Pokémon or heal some of your HP, things like that. Pick a support Pokémon that suits your playstyle and Sometimes, when you use support Pokémon, your battle Pokémon will receive a status. These statuses include positive statuses and negative statuses. First things first, positive statuses. While you're under the effect of a positive status, you'll get some sort of advantage. For instance, Eevee will give you a positive status that grants you a temporary increase to your attack. The effect depends on the support Pokémon, but things will be in your favor while you have a positive status. Next up, we have negative statuses. Get hit with a negative status, and you'll temporarily be at a disadvantage. Take Emolga, for example. He'll hit you with an attack that temporarily reduces your speed. Use these statuses to your advantage to get the lead in battle. Between rounds, I'll drop in to cheer you on. Depending on whether you win or lose a round, your support gauge or your synergy gauge may get a boost. There are several types of cheering you might receive. There are cheer skills that are in effect from the first round, as well as those with special effects. Sometimes, during field phase, you'll find power scattered around. You can pick up this power to fill up your synergy gauge. Power on the field will disappear if you don't pick it up after a certain amount of time. Go ahead and pick up the power that appears on the field. The tide of the battle can really change depending on where the power appears on the field. Now, let me tell you a bit about each battle Pokemon's recommended actions. Why don't you try this out? Next, give this a shot. And now this.